It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Well, black people are Native Americans. You know, we've had, a lot of proof that, some of us started here in this land. Everybody wasn't brought over from Africa.
What are they doing here? They're Indians.
This is one of my many unsuccessful experiments. You see, with Indians, there's absolutely nothing to be done. There's the same difference between a Negro and an Indian as there is between a dog and a coyote. You can put a dog on a leash, beat him, and he'll always be there to lick your feet. Take away a coyote's liberty and you've cut off his heir. An Indian will never be a slave. No one has ever been able to make them reproduce in captivity. They do not eat, they do not talk, they do not sleep, they do not make love.
There are several things that are significant about it. Of course, one of them is the way that colonialism tries to develop all kinds of elaborate classification terms for different kinds of people, but that's another subject. The most significant thing here is to reveal the much greater amounts of Native American ancestry that are present within the African American population than most people realize, because they might have been misled by the use of terms like mulatto and also people of color.
After the African, LeVar Burton, had been told that his name was to be Toby, and he refused it, and he was beaten to make him say his name was Toby.
How was the dramatization? How much of that actually was recounted to you? I mean, was there a lot of interweaving?
A lot of it, I thought maybe you were going to ask, and maybe you are in another way, is how much of the book is fact and how much is fiction? Well, a whole lot of it's fiction. Well, a whole lot of it's fiction. Well, a whole lot of it's fiction.
Now, this is just a tiny bit of information now.
But they take it as huge.
Right, because it's cracking open the door.
There's a place in Africa you could say that I'm from. A tribe? I am thrilled. It puts a name, a place, a location, a people.
Hank really is concerned that the science isn't really there yet for you to be giving them the name of a tribe.
I think for most companies, I would be concerned too.
But what about your own company?
We have
he
the largest...
He didn't exclude you. He included you.
But we have the largest set of sequences from Africa. And so with that, we're able to provide some level of probability in terms of frequency.
But he would say that even though you have the largest database, it's still small on the scope of things.
As I said, I share those concerns. We don't oversell. I mean, we just say, look, we provide a service. If you're interested in exploring a tiny bit of your DNA and trace its ancestry, we can do that.
When you say it's a tiny little amount,
it's less than 0.1%. Less than 0.1%. Less than 0.1%.
And that's pretty teeny.
Yeah, but for people who know nothing about any of them, I think it's very important.
You do not know a goddamn thing about Africa. I am from Detroit, Motown. So you can watch Tootsie your monkey ass back to Africa if you want to.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. You know what I love about the clip? Two parts. When they asked Alex Haley about the book Roots, and he said, well, I'm thinking you're going to ask me how much of the book is fiction and how much is fact. He was like, well, practically it's mostly fact. No, it's mostly fiction. Practically all of it's fiction. Practically all of it's fiction. Our mamas and grandmothers thought that was a real story. And then the other one, the clear lady corner, what's his name from African ancestry? Well, he said, well, I guess it's 0.1%, lower than 0.1%, but it gives them something. Girl, good morning. Happy Thursday. Yep, not even a whole percent. Less, and look, not even 0.1%. He said less than 0.1%. That's a decimal, a zero, and then a one. Yeah. See, y'all remember in school they taught y'all about decimals. They say one is a whole, and then 0.1. You know what I mean? Yeah, less than 0.1. Yes. Less than, not just the 0.1, less than, girl. It's crazy. But people take, and listen, he's saying he got a larger database than all of the other ones. So that means if you went to ancestry.com or, whatever ones, the popular ones, if he has the largest database and he can only guarantee you less than 0.1%, heavy on the less than, that means all the other people, what are their averages of giving you accurate information? I'll tell you, it's none. Because unless they are testing your DNA against people in these places, they do not know who you are. Now, you can find out who you are kin to laterally, meaning if I take the test and 10 of y'all take the test, I might find out one of y'all is my cousin. That's because you got my blood and they got your blood. You see what I'm saying? So the database gonna say, oh snap, them two related because they got two sets of blood. Let me say that again. I need y'all to understand the way this DNA testing works. Because see, they saying they're using haplogroups, and that's just something science. I used to think science was the most factual thing on earth until recently. After the Rona popped off, I knew science was a bunch of bull. So the way it used to do, the way it works is, if I put my blood in there, and then let's say Thule put his blood in there and buku other people, the database can match my DNA or whatever, not blood, but my DNA with Thule's DNA because there's two people, there's two things to match up with, right? But they telling people to swab their mouths or whatever, and they're gonna use the DNA to just explore where a certain haplogroup was located. What you mean, bro? And they always give you Nigeria, the brand new country. And even if they had people there, okay, cool. Let's go with that. They had people in Nigeria. Why can't you direct me to my people? They playing in y'all face. Less than 0.1%. Less than 0.1%. America has the only place on the earth that has the most that has the most documented information on a group of people. Let me say that again. Not the foreigners. Not the foreigners. Some of them have documentation. Some of them have documentation. But America has the most extensive documentation on a group of people, not for our benefit, because when they were plotting and scheming, they needed to know who, what, when, and where. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, we, Black Americans, are the only group of people on earth, Craig, not the city, not the state, not the country, not the continent. We are the only group of people on the face of the earth that can trace our lineage or our ancestry through documentation, government documentation. And they got us over there swabbing our mouths. Y'all got to be strong. Y'all got to be strong. That's crazy, ain't it? Some say, boo, some Nigerians don't consider themselves part of the African continent. Well, where did they come from? Where did the Nigerians come from? Where did the Nigerians come from? That's a good question. Where did they come from? I'm dead at, like, for real. Where did they come from? Who were they? Where did they migrate from? They say from here. What here? They must be there. They don't mean here. Girl, someone said they say they from here. Girl, where they come from? For real though. That's a real question. Anybody ever asked a Nigerian where they come from? For real. Has Anybody ever had is a Nigerian on here? Where do Nigerians come from? It's like children asking where do babies come from? Where do Nigerians come from? I'm serious. This is a real question. I'm not being ignorant. I swear I'm being genuine. Where do they come from? They supposedly went back when they gave Americans the opportunity to go back to Africa. So they trying to say that they were the original people here. That's cap. We don't even share the same genes or genetics. That's a lie. The people that came from here went to Sierra Leone and what's the other place? We went 2 places and we still over there. We still over there. So that's a lie. Ask them we call BS. I want to know. I want to know where they come from. I'm trying to see something. Liberia, that's the other place, Liberia. You say they come from Ghana? We only been in Liberia when Marcus Garvey and a couple other people in history sent Black Americans over to Africa. We went to Sierra Leone and Liberia. That's it. That's it. They didn't come from America. We're not even phenotypically the same. So you know that's a lie. You know that's a lie. I really want to know. That's a real question. I don't know, but there's a group that said they're different from the rest of the continent. Nigerians talk big rye. And they're the newest ones one of the newest ones on the continent. If I was another African, we'd jump them. They're one of the newest people on the continent. I think they're hey, y'all know what I see. Remember I told y'all Europe, every part of this earth was populated with melanated people. Hear me out. Hear me out. It's a theory. Every part of the earth was populated with melanated people. Now when you go to Europe, all of them people is clear. Not all, but a lot of them people are clear. Where did all the melanated people go? Now they still got Europeans over there. They still got Europeans over there, but where all the rest of them Negroes went? You know what I mean? I think that could be the Nigerians. Because y'all got to know this part. See, this is the part they don't tell you down in the history class. This is the part they don't tell you down in the history class. So I'm going to tell it to y'all. Right? So the way it works is, peep this. When the colonizers came over here, it wasn't just the clear people. To be completely honest, it was a whole lot of melanated Europeans. Okay? It was a whole lot of melanated people. A lot of them people they put in them books, they weren't clear. Hey, y'all know that, right? A lot of them people y'all learned about, they say they clear, they wasn't clear. Beethoven and them wasn't clear. Columbus and them wasn't clear. Y'all are y'all catching it? I'm telling y'all. So where did them people go? Before the name Nigeria emerged, the British had taken control of Lagos and the southern coast. The Royal Niger Company had control of the region around the river, which generally was referred to as, put the second half in there. I'm trying to see something. Okay, there you go. The Royal Niger Companies. So let me ask you something, Bella B. Are those people? Is that what you're saying? Before the name of the control of the region. And how long were those people there? Because when I did research on Nigeria, even when they go back to before they're getting independence, and they only date them to like the early 1900s, if that's how I can remember. I think they only date them to like the early 1900s. I don't know. It was a land of exports to other lands. I get that. But this is what I'm saying. Where did they come from? Where did this large mass of people come from? Because if it was a land of exports, then that would mean it wasn't inhabited, right? I don't know. Hey, ask a Nigerian. I'm not, listen, ask a Nigerian, okay, where they come from. If I run into one, on my soul, I'm going to ask them. On my soul, I'm going to ask them. I'm going to ask them where they come from. Hey, Vu, is Amber Rose being investigated by the feds for money laundering? That's what I seen on TikTok or Twitter or something. I don't know, but I haven't looked into it. I don't know. That's the new rumor, child. That's the new rumor. Thank you, Richie China, for the super chat. Good morning, Boo and Dolls and Dawns. Good morning, Richie China. Hey, Boo. Shout out to Rumble Gang. And thank you, Special K, for being a member for 3 months. Shout out to all you guys. It was all a lie. Of course it was. Of course it was. Of course it was. Thank you for being a member. Don't Nigerians beef with themselves? Fulani, Igbo, Yoruba? Nah, I did heard that. Atomic. I did. Look, remember on Real Housewives of Potomac? They was talking about how what's that girl name? Wendy. Wendy was from the Igbo. No, she Igbo. And they were talking about the Yoruba people said that they was cursed. Remember? I heard that on Real Housewives of Potomac. That's what they said on Real. Listen, she said that they don't deal with them people because I think her husband is from the one of them other tribes, and that's why the mama disowned him because he married Wendy. They say them people it's cursed and all of that. Oh yes, they did. Oh yes, they did. They say them people is cursed. That's why Wendy's husband, his mama literally disowned him and his kids because he married her. Facts. This a facts. That wouldn't surprise me not one bit. She is a half and half. She is a half and half. So that wouldn't surprise me one bit. That's why I didn't understand why black people was getting mad. The girl still got a half of her that's clear. Like that girl, man, black people crazy. All right, Oklahoma. Shout out, Kiana. All I know is that Nigerians are a piece of work. I had a man curse me out at work, call me everything but my name, and begin with you black. And he was Nigerian? Oh, you know what I wanted to go get? Hold on, because we got to talk about this. Y'all hold on. You just woke something up. I talked to one when I first started Instagram and didn't know how it worked and ran into all kinds of them fold. Child. Hold on. Y'all watch Will for me. I got to go get something right quick. Y'all watch Will for me. I got to go get something right quick. Hold on. Yeah, my bad. I'm black. I'm back. I'm back. My bad. Did y'all watch Will for me? Thank you. I appreciate y'all for watching Will. Y'all so nice. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, shout out to Philly. Even though what we do is wrong. What's up, Will? Big Willie from Philly. What's up, Will? Shout out to Will Smith. Thank you, son, for the super chat. Great rumble last night. Tribalism is real and is very real. Very, 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 very real. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Seven, for the super chat. Good morning, Voodoo Doll. Much love. Have a safe and productive day. Oh, you too, my love. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful and productive day as well. But shout out to Will and all of them. We can get Will off here. I just needed y'all to watch him for me because I want to show y'all something. But before we get into that, it's gonna kind of tie into what we were just talking about. Hold on. Let me get this up here.
No, like your country never documented your history. I can go further back with full definitive paper more than you can because of the census. So when people say this idea like Americans don't know, it's like no, like your country never documented your history. So you only have conversations.
Wait.
That's facts.
Okay, just one question in sort of response to that. So what are you insinuating by that? What's your conclusion from that? If I tell you that, say I'm Nigerian, I was born and raised here in England 28 years ago. Everyone knows my age. 28 years ago, and I'm telling you, my parents are Nigerian, so I'm from Nigeria, and I'm telling you, just based off that information alone, again, obviously I don't have like paper documents for it, I'm saying I'm Nigerian. You know, my grandparents, my great-great-grandparents, you know, would have been from what is obviously today now known as Nigeria. So look
what you just said.
What is today known as Nigeria?
And that's where the conclusion comes to me.
Okay.
All right. Because you are Nigerian. First of all, Nigeria wasn't really called Nigeria. The full video is posted on YouTube right now, so head over there to get the full experience.
Shout out to Adonis Live on YouTube. Y'all go check him out. Support Adonis Live. That boy is cool. Now, you talking, listen, look at the irony in what just happened. The Nigerian is like, I'm Nigerian. Adonis was like, but y'all don't have no documentation. I have documentation that can go back generations to say where I come from, whereas y'all don't. You see what I'm saying? All he know is that he was born in Nigeria. That's all he got. Maybe he might know a grandparent, you know what I'm saying? Maybe possibly a great-grandparent. And the thing about it is, these Nigerians really be looking at Negroes as if they, you know what I mean? They're not even real African. Matter of fact, if I was an African, I feel played by the Nigerians. For real. If I was like from South Africa or something, or if I was from Ghana, or you know what I'm saying? I don't know about Ghana. I think that's a newer country too. I'm back out of Ghana. If I was from one of them other places, I feel played. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button. But it's odd because listen, y'all gotta open y'all eyes. Y'all gotta open y'all eyes. I had posted this on my story. This man said it's not about being awoke, it's about being activated. Like people aren't waking anymore, they're being activated. Listen, first and foremost, I need everybody to take 15 minutes out of their day and do some grounding, please. Please. I need everybody to take 15 minutes out of their day and do some grounding. This is probably a dumb statement, but I thought the black people in UK were brought here, not indigenous to England or any other European nation. It's not just you, real talk with Miss J. Black Americans were taught that too. So it's not a dumb statement. Listen, we were taught that too. We were taught the Europeans were all clear people. That's what we were taught from the beginning to the end. We were taught that all the Europeans were clear from the beginning of time. That's what a Caucasus Mountains is, and that's where the Europeans originated from. That's not a dumb statement because we was taught that too. Whole time we was all lied to. The original people of Europe are black people, are melanated people. Them clears ain't even old enough. They only like what? How many thousand? 6,000, 7,000 years old. They not even old enough to be indigenous to that into that land. Y'all listen to me and listen to me good. It's not a dumb statement, real talk. It's not, because we were taught that too. We were taught that too. Yep, the Moors were supposed to be from out of there. Yep, the Moors. But you know, the Moors were travelers. They went all over the place. But I guess you would say, and I'm not really, how do you say, intelligent, like extremely intelligent on the Moors. But from what I understand and what I gathered, they were travelers, but I guess they were based out of there. I don't know. They are just as lost as us, because I seen a video stating they don't even want to be called Nigerians because the clear man called them that. They just like a clear man called us black. Girl, them people is crazy. Yep. Sippin said, I can tell you what was taught down south is not what I learned in Cali and New York growing up about Black history. Crazy how they tried to flip us as a culture. Yeah. I told y'all the other day, I didn't know that New York had slaves, because we were taught in the South that all the Black people in the South were slaves, and all the Black people up north were free. See what I'm saying? But I believe them Nigerians is them Europeans. I don't care what nobody see, because you know the Black Europeans went to war with the clear people and they lost. They lost and got kicked out of their lands. A lot of them, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the Nigerians. I think that's the Nigerians. I'm telling you, it's just a theory. I don't know. I just think that's the Nigerians. You know what I'm saying? Look at the Dutch. They have coins and stuff full with Black people faces. I look at blackface daily, differently. I'm sorry, because they are mocking that they stole our lands. We are all on coins, paintings, etc. You know why too, Ryan? The reason why they have Black coins is because they were trading with the Black indigenous people of New York and in that area. All that Pennsylvania area, they were trading with them. When they first came here, the Indians allowed them a place to, hey, y'all take this little part over here, y'all go stay over there. They were trading with them at first until they started pitting them against each other. And also when they started basically going to war with them and clicking up with the British and all them people. The British helped them fight the Negroes up there, the Indians. Yep. So they got them coins because that's who they was trading with. That's who they was trading with. Facts. Yep. And honestly, I don't know if that's really mocking. I think that's really them just following old traditions. And I'm not even trying to like take up for them people because I don't care about them. But I think that they got stuck in that way and they just stayed. You know what I mean? I for real, they used to trade with them people, them indigenous. Oh, that's another thing. I never said all the indigenous people, Black Americans from New York and in that area have family in the South. I said at first I said 99%, then I said I say about 90%, because a lot of those people from New York went other places too. But I do understand that there are indigenous Black people in the New York, Pennsylvania, area, Boston area, all them areas that are indigenous to that land. So I wouldn't say that everybody up there have roots to the South. There are some people who don't have roots to the South. Let me say that too. But anyways, you guys, like the video. We about to get into some things. But it's crazy about that Nigerian. Hey, a Nigerian can't tell me nothing. Nah, a Nigerian can't tell me nothing. I don't care how many degrees they get. They just trying to be closer to the clear man. They can't tell me nothing. Period. Point blank. Okay. Now I want to show you guys something else. This is very important. The date today, we talking about cosplaying tricks. We talking about California against the Churn. And let me see if I got anything else I want to tell y'all about. It ain't gonna be long today. It's slow in the news, y'all. It's a very dry news day. I'm telling y'all now. Oh, and we gonna unveil some things. Remember I told y'all Black people were indigenous all over this world? And remember I told y'all that in Mexico in particular, there is a Black population that has been pushed off to the side where nobody can see them unless they know where they are. These were your original Seminole Indians, a lot of them other Indians, they used to help cross the board. Listen, a lot of the people in Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, when they were running from them clear people and from them colonizers, they would run to in and out of Mexico, and they would hide a lot of them too. But the people who hid them were melanated people. Let me say that again, because they ended up later having to fight wars against the conquistadors themselves. The people who were hiding, the American slaves or the American black people who were running from them folk, they were black as well. Let me also say this. The people who was going down there to hide or to escape were already going back and forth. You see how the Mexicans go from Texas to California today? You see how the Mexicans go from Texas to from Mexico to California today? Do you see how the Mexicans go from Mexico to Texas, and they've been doing that. The only thing changed is the race of the people, the color of the people. Okay? I'm telling you, I met a black Mexican in Cabo when I went on vacation. He actually causes of the black Mexican. This is what I'm saying. Look. I'm about to give y'all a quick history. Black people are indigenous to the entire land. You see how you see the Mexicans crossing the border in California to this day? They've been doing that. You see how they see them doing it in Texas? They've been doing that. The only thing changed is the race of the people. Because remember, the conquistadors went to Mexico. They colonized that, went to war with them people, enslaved them people. Okay? Enslaved them people. And then a lot of them were, before that happened to them, they were helping out with us, going to war, doing war stuff with us too. Because it was all of us. It was one, Turtle Island was one big landmass. It didn't get cut like that, separated. Okay, that's Canada, that's Mexico, until the colonizer come here. Granted, land masses were different, you knew, but we were already moving around, girl. We was already doing that. So look, with that being said, they got this black Mexican rapper coming out. And let me say this might blow the lid off a lot of the stuff Mexico tried to hide about the black people in Mexico. Peep this.
What's your nationality?
I'm Mexican.
Your mom and father are Mexican.
Both parents are Mexican.
Where are they from?
They're from Guerrero. They're from yeah. It's a trip. It's a trip.
I could have guessed that, but I'll just let the people.
Yeah, it's a trip. It's a trip. You know who's my brother? El Moreno Mexicano. That's my brother.
That's your actual brother.
Like from mom and dad. That's my actual brother.
And remember, they speak Spanish now because of the conquistadors. That's why in Honduras they speak Spanish. They speak Spanish because of the Spaniards. We went over this, I think, a little bit in one of the educational Fridays. That black Mexican dude that was rapping, gonna be a problem, because now he's gonna unveil the fact that there's a whole lot of them out there. Not to mention, they don't like the black Mexicans. They ain't no different from the clear people over here with the Negroes. They don't like them black Mexicans. They can't stand them. They racist towards them. See, California think that it's an issue with them because they in America. No, they like that in Mexico with them people. They like that in Mexico with them people. They got a whole population of black Seminole Indians. Listen to me and listen to me good. I've showed this to y'all before. But they got an entire population of black Seminole Indians on that land. Do you hear me? They just push them off to the side. And just like in Puerto Rico, the clear Puerto Ricans and the Negro Puerto Ricans, they don't mesh. They segregated. In 2024. That's not colorism. That's racism, B-Dub. We got to know the words. Look. That's not colorism. That's racism. A clear Mexican and a Negro Mexican do not share the same race. Let me say that again. The clear Mexican and the Negro Mexican do not share the same race. That would be racism, not colorism. Colorism usually exists inside of one community. Yeah. Yep, Mexico like that too. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm telling y'all, listen. This gonna be a problem. I'm gonna put them back up one more time. Because if more of them start coming out, it's gonna get over to America. Because a lot of us didn't know this. I didn't know this until recent years. But it's gonna get back to America that, wait a minute, Y'all ain't even know indigenous Mexicans. And remember I said that when they were talking about hip hop? Look.
What's your nationality?
I'm Mexican.
Your mom and father are Mexican.
Both parents are Mexican.
Where are they from?
They're from Guerrero. They're from
That's right.
It's a trip. It's a trip.
I could have guessed that, but I'll just let the people.
Yeah, it's a trip.
Let you get it off.
You know who's my brother? El Moreno Mexicano. That's my brother.
That's your actual
my brother. Like from mom and dad. That's my actual brother.
All right. Black Mexicans don't relate to black. Yeah, because nobody should. We shouldn't either. We've already talked about that. We shouldn't relate to black neither, because we ain't black. And now one of us could look at our hand right now and see the color black. So he's right. They shouldn't relate to black. But listen, it can't be racism and colorism. Colorism happens amongst one community of people. The conquistadors came over there to Mexico and took of the Spaniards and took over their land. And then they heavily populated it, just like Americans did, just like the clear Americans did, right? So when they come over here, when they went over to Mexico and populated their land, they unalived a lot of them people, enslaved a lot of them people, and pushed a lot of them people off to the side. And everywhere where all the, the tourism happens, you never see them. You never see them. DR is like that. Puerto Rico is like that. Honduras is like that. If I didn't have a Honduran ex-husband / baby daddy, I would have thought all them people would look like the Mexicans. You see what I'm saying? Where you sent it to is just me. Thank you. Where you sent it to me? Now listen. Those guys are gonna muddy the waters with hip hop culture. Yeah, not really. And the only reason I say that because his accent alone, he ain't gonna sound like no nigga. Niggas gonna know. I don't even know if he really gonna make music for us for real. I don't even know if he gonna make, because he too thick into that culture. He too deep into it. Yeah, I don't know. But you guys, this is gonna be. It's my email. Okay, thank you. Listen to me, you guys. Yeah, it's gonna be a time. It's gonna be a time. Them black people coming out of them places, and I'm only using the term black because that's what people recognize as so-called black. But y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If it wasn't for my baby daddy, I would have never known that the people in Honduras were black. Cause I'm telling you, if you see my baby daddy, you would think he was a nigga. But he's from Honduras. They indigenous to that land. And I remember his mama always said that. His people always talked about how the Spaniards came over there and took over. That's how I learned about the term Spaniard from my ex-husband. That's how I learned the term, because they always talk about them Spaniards. And I'm like, the Spaniards? He was like, yeah, that's the white people that's in Honduras. And they always talked about how them people came over there and took over their land. They talk about it loud and proud. I'm just saying. So that's what they did. You got to understand, the Spanish, after they dropped the doctrine of discovery. If y'all understand what the doctrine of discovery, and I don't want to make this an educational Friday, but we've gone over this before. The doctrine of discovery was something that came up with that Spain came up with, basically saying giving the Europeans the right to go and colonize anything west of them, right? Let me say that part again. The doctrine of discovery is something that Spain came up with. The Queen Elizabeth, I want to say the first, don't quote me. She came up with this thing with other people called the doctrine of discovery. Go look it up. Doctrine, DOCTRIN of discovery. You know how to spell discovery. And in said doctrine of discovery, it gave all of them Europeans the right to colonize everything west of them. Okay? They were able to colonize everything west of them. America, the Caribbean islands, so all the Americas. Queen Isabella, thank you. It's Isabella. The Americans, the Western Islands, Africa. Okay? It was that piece of paper, that agreement. So when them people started colonizing, you got to understand, Spain just didn't come to the Americas. You know what I'm saying? They went all over the place, but typically a lot of them came into obviously North America, but most of them went to the Americas, the islands. You know what I mean? That's why you see them heavy in Puerto Rico. You see them heavier in Dominican Republic. You see them heavier. Heavy in Honduras. They went to the most of them went to the islands. Mexico, that was their land, man. They were, okay, we gonna stay here. Okay. We gonna do the Trail of Tears tomorrow. We doing Louisiana Purchase. Yep, all guided by the Catholic Church, and they came within that doctrine of discovery. They're gonna come with the Papal Bull. Go look that up. The Papal Bull, PAPALBULL. I want to say. Don't quote me. Papal Bull. That doctrine says, hey, you can go over there and you can colonize these people and take over their land, and you have to tell them that they have to bow to Jesus. And I'm just paraphrasing. I'm just saying. You want to know where Jesus come from? There you go. Now, if history serves me correct, and black people, so-called black people, are indigenous to all lands, meaning they were there long before them Europeans come in there. And y'all watch Bridgerton. Let me say that part again. And y'all watch Bridgerton. Queen Elizabeth or Isabella in them probably was black. Y'all ain't ready for that conversation though. Yeah, y'all ain't ready. Queen Elizabeth in them probably was black, because Beethoven was. Yep. Queen Isabella and them had to be black, because if all them other folk was black, what? Didn't Putin just pull out the doggone boat and showed y'all all them Negroes in that cave he got over there? Didn't Putin just show y'all? Mozart too. Same thing in Hawaii. I did a whole live on that. When the fires happened in Hawaii. Oh yeah, and them colonizers over there crying, talking about my land. And I'm like, that ain't y'all land. I did a whole live on it. What we talking about? When them fires happened and them clears was over there crying, talking about they're taking our culture, we're indigenous. No, you're not. No, you're not. That was a kingdom, I'm sorry, there that held with the king and queen. I can't remember her name. Who owned that land, who owned the land of Hawaii, who was successful in the land of Hawaii. And after they went over there with war, with backup, because that's what they do, team together to come take nigga shit. After they went together, got together and came over there and took them people's stuff, then they started intermarrying into the royal family. Yeah. That's why you see them with them almond skin tones. Yes, ma'am. They started intermarrying with the people. Yeah, I never could pronounce her name, so we just gonna say Lily. Queen Lily. So listen, why is this important? Why is this important? KC say I got a whole book on it and went to college in Hawaii. So you know I ain't lying. I did a whole live on this, girl. What we talking about? We indigenous to all the land. But look, why is this important? That would mean if Queen Isabella I was the one who signed the Doctrine of Discovery, and she was a brown-skinned woman or a melanated woman or a so-called black Spaniard, right? And then that would mean that there were a lot of so-called melanated Europeans around that time, right? You see, remember when they be talking about, oh, we taught them how to bathe? It was the melanated ones we taught how to bathe too. You know that, right? Let me say this. If Columbus was melanated, Isabella was melanated, all them people, you don't think that them people who come over here off that boat were melanated? I'm not saying they didn't come with no clear people, because they absolutely did. But you don't think some of them people that got off that boat were melanated? That's why your grandparents always tell you all skin folk ain't kin folk. That lesson right there is a multiple, it's layered. Do you hear me? That quote is so layered. All skin folk ain't kin folk. Y'all not ready for that conversation. That is a very layered quote. All skin folk ain't kin folk, because them people, even listen, you got to think about it. Them people saw them people getting off the boat. They knew they wasn't them. They knew they wasn't them. They knew that wasn't them. But they also knew that they shared a swarthy skin color. Mm-hmm. I tried to watch Shaka Zulu, Chocolate Bunny. I started it. I didn't finish it. I only got to the very beginning where the clear lady was trying to go on an excavator. I don't know what she was trying to do. I started. I'm gonna try to finish it. Thank you for the super chats, Chocolate Bunny. Thank you for the super chat, son. Race is a social construct. Whiteness is a new thing. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. And you got to know this part. Look, you got to know this part. You got to know this part. When it comes down to this race game that we play, that's to keep us confused and pushed off to the side so they can do whatever they want to do. I keep telling y'all, race is a poor man's game. I keep telling y'all that. When I don't be lying when I say that. Race relations is a poor man's game. Because it was never about race from the beginning. Only up until Andrew Jackson came through and he wanted to keep the pure Aryan race pure, right? The Europeans pure. He didn't want no mixing and matching. And he was down there reclassifying the Indians from Indian, wild Indian. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Y'all not ready for that conversation. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Cosmic Sun Soul, for the super chat. A lot of skin folks help them colonize us. Yes. And a lot of the Black Europeans live amongst us now. A lot of the Black Europeans live amongst us now, but they're not ready for that conversation. Thank you for the super chat. Now, I want to show you guys something else. Since we're talking about, before we do that, hold on. Before we do that, we're going to get right back into that. My bad, y'all. Before we get into that, let's do this. I want to show you guys something else. Oh, okay. Let me show you this. LeBron James, let me show you. Bronny James is in doggone summer league. So this ain't even the real league yet. And they done already put him and his daddy at the most points scored by a father and a son. Girl, Bronny James ain't scored 20 points yet. Bronny James ain't even scored 20 points yet. This is why I keep telling y'all, sports and entertainment, heavy on the entertainment. I just want to throw that out there. Now, let me show y'all something else. Because y'all need to see this. Going off of, let me see, what do I have? Where is it? Let's stay on skin folk and kin folk. Let's stay on that subject. Check this out.
Because I had someone who came to me and she's like, listen, man, the worst racism I've ever received from America didn't even come from the white people.
No.
It's my own people who look just like me.
Yes.
They see me to be lower than they are just because I wear, like, example, slippers.
And that wasn't because of, we got to be very careful down there because it was what America taught. When you get to America, you have to understand America is a system. The first day you enter in America, it's literally having someone on your shoulder saying this, hey, you see this black American kid? He looks like you. He talks like you. He even has the same hair as you, oh. But Charlie, he no be you. You see, look at him. He's shooting guns. He's wearing his pants this way. Oh, look at his hair. You're from Ghana, royal family, Ashanti culture. This is not you. And so the moment, as soon as you're at that airport, you disconnect. Oh, that's not me. So whatever you see him, he's suffering with, you talk from day one, oh, that's not you. Don't let the color, fool you. That's not you. Now, what you don't know is this. That same man that met you there has gone to that same black guy in America. Hey, Charlie, you see this African guy? He's not the same color hair as you. He has the same texture. But he's not you. Look at him. He's swinging on trees. Look at his stomach. He can't feed his people. Every negative thing about Africa, they will tell him. So he says, I'm not that neither. So the moment you land in America, you're like this. Separated. You are separated. The system is built for separation. To get a visa, you're automatically separated.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So by the time you enter that country, you are already in their system.
Now, I want to touch on a couple things this dude was talking about. Number one, I disagree with the latter part of the conversation because they never taught us that we were not Africans. They taught us that us and the Africans were the same. Granted, we saw certain differences. Like I knew looking at an African that me and him didn't have the same, you know what I mean? There was something different about him, obviously, the way he dressed. And things of that nature, the way he dressed and all those things like that. But ultimately, I knew when I first ran across an African as an adult, because I never ran across one before that, but I knew when I first ran across an African that they were different. But however, remember, they taught us that we were African American. So I'm thinking, okay, that's my people from the motherland. Most of us think like that. But the part that got me was him saying how they tell them before they get here. Hey, you see him? He got the same color skin, same color hair. He even look like you, but that's not you. So when they get off the plane, they immediately disconnect. Like I kept telling y'all, everybody's in on the joke except you. Can't no African look you square in the face and say, oh yeah, we always were taught that we were all the same. They lying. Them people, they parents, this how you know. You ever tried to date one of them? You ever tried to date one of them? Oh, you'll find out. Them people are never taught that they are the same. We the only ones with Pan-African doctrine, I'm sorry. We're the only group of so-called black people with Pan-African doctrine. Not even the Caribbeans. I don't know. Who from the Caribbeans on here? I don't know if they even got it like we got it. We the only ones because we are the people who own this land. And if they keep our minds focused on something else, then they'll be able to continue to steal. Okay. Tip says some of them are us. They took from America and moved them there. They are our They are our babies. We are the original people in America. White T system did a number on us. Very, 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 very few of us are there. I'm talking about like of the whole continent, I'll say less than 0.1%. Like very few of Black Americans are in Africa. Very, very, very few. You got to keep in mind, every time they've ever done a Back to Africa movement, which they've done, 3 or 4 times so far, very, very, very small numbers of people will go. Very, very few of us Black Americans live on the continent of Africa. So don't get it twisted that some of us went to make it seem like it's a whole bunch of us there. That's false. That's false. Very, very few of us exist on that continent. Most of us stayed home. When Marcus Garvey came with that, most of us stayed home. When the African Colonization Society, the majority and most of us stayed home. Very few of us exist on that continent. The majority of us are going to be in Sierra Leone and Liberia. That's it. Now you might get some onesie twosies scattered out after this whole back to Ghana thing. You might get a couple of more, but for the most part, just like today, back in the day, most of us ain't leaving and picking up and going to no Africa. So don't get that twisted. Tip. Make sure you know what I'm saying. Don't let those, cause see, this is why I say numbers do lie, and this is why I say history is a lie too. Because they'll say because some of us, a small minute number of us went over there. Oh, so yeah, that means y'all over here. No, that don't mean that. That don't mean that. That don't mean that at all. We have very, very, very few people over there. Very few people. Very, very, very few people over there. Most of our people are still right here where they've been. This ain't their first rodeo with this. They've been doing this for years. Do you hear me? Years and years and years. But now back to what the African dude was saying. He was saying how they tell them off the cuff. But I showed y'all that with the girl from Egypt. He was saying how off the cuff they tell them, oh yeah, y'all not the same. I told y'all that. I told y'all that. Off the cuff, them people tell them when they jump off the bridge, hey, y'all look alike, but that ain't you. Don't get it twisted. You not him, and he not you. And the craziest part is the new African kids that are born in America, a lot of them don't know about their parents, just like the new Puerto Rican kids and the ones, they don't know what the deal was when their parents come here. You see what I'm saying? They don't know that they never came here to live amongst us and be around us. Honestly, where do the Africans even live? But I'm in Georgia, so well, shoot, where do the Africans live? I don't never run into them. Do they have their own communities? Africans must have their own communities. They got to, cause I never hardly rarely see like they next door neighbors to Negroes, even the successful ones. Even the successful ones. They say they in Philly, NYC. I know they up there heavy. Chicago, they're far up north, or up north usually. Cali, they must don't like the South. Maryland, they in Atlanta somewhere. Plenty in Seattle. Yup, Stone Mountain. That's what I was just about to say. They in Atlanta up there. They come together and buy the land. I believe it. I know they do. I'm glad too. I got a couple. Thank you for the super chat, son. North Africans don't consider themselves black. Nobody on the earth consider themselves black but Black Americans. You get it? Nobody on earth considers themselves black except the Black Americans. Thank you for the super chat. You want to listen, black people, I want black people to get used to this. Get used to people telling you that they don't identify with the color black, and get used to not feeling plain about that. I'm not saying you, son. I'm just saying like in general, because people still going up about this Jocelyn situation, and we about to get into her. But get used to them people saying that they not black. We the only people say we black. Hell, Jamaicans didn't know they was black till they got here. We went over that too. A Jamaican girl came on here saying, oh, I didn't realize I was black until I got, because we the only people taught that. So y'all, we got to get used to them people denouncing that term, because it's a derogatory term. It's not a good term to be labeled as. You know? Yes, they are the real African Americans. Absolutely, Leisha. That's the African American, not us. Not us. Speaking of, somebody sent me this. I can't remember who. And these Africans done got to Louisiana, to New Orleans or whatever, and they own this store. They work the store, I don't know, called Brothers. Now, Brothers used to be owned by the Arabs. It's a gas station, but you can go in there and get liquor, and you can get you some fried chicken and whatnot. Okay? Brothers. That's the name of it, called Brothers. It used to be owned by the Arabs. Now the Africans own it. And this girl, I guess she got into it about her food. And I guess the food was messed up or something like that. I don't know. It's a very short clip. She's gonna be cussing, but she's gonna get into it in them. And I want you to pay attention to what she say. Listen, this is educational right here. Peep this girl in New Orleans. Look.
Três, Why you feeling so? Cause y'all supposed to be our type of people, but y'all look like us, but y'all feeding us bullshit. You need your money? I want to. Yeah, I don't give a fuck, but y'all gonna feed us bullshit. Don't feed us no bullshit. You got me fucked up. Brothers on the Legion field, give me. Give your money? No, ain't no 25, 67. 867. I want all my 67 fucking cents. What? I'm a U.S. citizen. Okay, right. 67. 867. I want every last penny of it. Y'all ain't black.
You get it? Now, I don't know if she found something in her food. I don't know what happened. All I know is she said, you can't be feeding us this shit. Look, I'm going to run it back. But pay attention to how she's saying, I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm a U.S. citizen. Look. Because remember, them people don't give a damn about you. They feeding you poison in your neighborhoods. You know that, right?
Chris? Why you feeling so? Because y'all supposed to be our type of people, but y'all look like us, but y'all feeding us bullshit. You need your money? I want to. Yeah, I don't give a fuck, but y'all gonna feed us bullshit. Don't feed us no bullshit. You got me fucked up. Brothers on the Legion field, give me. Give your money? No, ain't no 25, 67. 867. I want all my 67 fucking cents. What? I'm a U.S. citizen. Okay, right. 67. 867. I want every last penny of it. Y'all ain't black.
She said, y'all supposed to be our people, but y'all ain't us. Listen, we be realizing what's going on without even realizing what's going on. You see what I'm saying? We be realizing what's going on without realizing what's going on. She said, you supposed to be our type of people, but you see what I'm saying? Listen. I don't know what he did or what she found in her food. Cause she said, y'all can't feed us this shit. Listen, I don't know what. First of all, the Arabs used to feed them bullshit too. Now I'm not gonna lie and say I never ate at Brothers. Of course I've ate at Brothers. That's where you go after. That was Waffle House before Waffle House existed in New Orleans. Because Waffle House just came in New Orleans in the last 10, 15 years. Brothers was Waffle House before Waffle House. So you go get drunk or whatever, you go to Brothers and you get you some chicken. It's the gas station, but they got chicken in there. Okay, so with that being said, she said, y'all look like us, but y'all feeding us this bullshit. Listen, message. I don't know what was in this lady food or what happened with her food, but whatever it was, she went off. But she's not even realizing that she's saying something out of her mouth that should be her thought process in life. Does that make sense? She's literally saying what she should have already been thinking or should have already been dealing. She should be dealing with him accordingly, but she won't, because even though she's saying in a mad rage, she's not understanding that these people are not your friends. These people are not you. They're not here for the betterment of you. Them people are foreigners here to do what they got to do, make their money, send their money back home, and feed their people. Yeah, Fly by K, I think her ancestors was talking too. Thank you, Cammy Cakes, for the super sticker. Thank you, Cammy K, for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Yeah, I think that's her ancestors talking about y'all supposed to be one of us, but y'all feeding us this bullshit. I don't know what they gave her. All I know is whatever they gave her, she was highly upset. I want all my 67 cents. Yay. Listen, I saw Great T say, oh, gas station chicken is crazy. They got whole kitchens. Y'all look, our gas stations aren't like regular gas stations. Our gas stations in New Orleans, a lot of them, not all of them, but some of them are like actual like businesses and buildings. You know what I mean? Like they have like a kitchen, full kitchen. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. So it's not like, you know how you go to the gas station, like out here, you go to BP. No, not BP. What's the name of that gas station everybody be going to? Red. Girl, I can't think of the name of that gas station. But they be having like food under the heater. That's not that. That's not this. That's not this. You get fresh fried chicken like you at Popeyes. You see what I'm saying? In our gas stations, yeah. You get fresh fried chicken like you at Popeyes. It's not. it's not like them gas stations where they have the heater and they got the hot dogs going around in a circle. You could tell them drop you a fresh batch of chicken right there and they'll drop it. QT, that's the name of it, Kai. QT. It's not like the QT. Yeah, they got a whole kitchen back there. They got a whole kitchen back there. And they got people working. They got people who work just in there to fry the chicken, girl. Hell yeah, that chicken be smelling fire. Ooh, especially when you're drunk. Oh my God. Girl, I remember being drunk. Girl, we pull up the brothers. Girl, fresh chicken too. Ooh, wee. Ain't nothing like it. But that's when you don't know no better. I never eat no chicken from there in 2024. But back then, shit, you can get a 3-piece and a side and a biscuit back then for like $5.99. You damn right we pulling up. You damn right we pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, we pulling up. Especially on a drunk night, girl, you need that grease to sit on your stomach, so that liquor could settle. You know what I'm saying? So that liquor. So y'all know how it go. When you get drunk, you got to put that grease on your stomach to settle that liquor. Yeah. It settles that liquor. That's what that's about. Got to get that grease on your stomach. Y'all wondering why y'all waking up and y'all still hungover? Put that grease on your stomach. I'm telling you. Put that grease on your stomach. You got to eat something fried. You got to go eat something fatty and fried. Y'all want to just go to bed. That's why y'all wake up sick. No, girl, you got to go put that grease on your stomach. That grease going to eat that alcohol. That's what we used to say. That grease going to eat that alcohol. For real. Think I'm lying? Shit. The next time any one of y'all get drunk, go get you something greasy to eat before you go to bed. I'm talking about get drunk and go eat you something greasy as hell before you go to bed. Watch, you gonna wake up like, oh, what's up, y'all? Watch. I'm telling you, you need to put that grease on your stomach so it can eat the alcohol. Thank you, son, for the super chat. He says globally black is considered a derogatory term. Immigrants are told to hate Acorn for entry. They're told to don't associate with Acorn unless it's about money. Of course. Thank you for the super chat. Grape Tea say, I don't drink or smoke and I'm vegan. Oh God. Are you alive? Are you here? You don't drink, smoke, and you vegan? You don't even eat? Oh, Lord, Grape Tea. Somebody do a wellness check on Grape Tea. He don't drink, he don't smoke, and he don't eat. Lord have mercy, please. Somebody go over there. Who in California? Somebody go check on Grape Tea, please. Please, somebody do a wellness check. Call 911. He might not even be there. Lord, this might be AI. This might not even be Grape Tea. Lord, Grape Tea. How do you live? How do you live? How do you live? Oh Lord, you don't even eat. Jesus Christ. Lord, y'all keep Grape Tea in y'all prayers, please. Keep Grape Tea in your prayers if you can. Keep Grape Tea in y'all prayers. He ain't eating, he ain't drinking, he ain't doing nothing. Lord have mercy. He just drinking water and working out. That's gotta be a crazy life to live. You probably healthy though, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of scary for me. I'm just saying for me. Somebody said, okay, you can't, I don't smoke. So I smoke hookah, but I don't smoke cigarettes or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody say, hey, you can't eat. No, I can live without the drinking and the smoking. But when they start talking about my food, yeah. And he's celibate. Lord have mercy. Yeah, I could take the celibate. I could be celibate over the food. You're not about to play with my food. You're not about to play with my food. You're not about to play with my food. I'm sorry. I close down my coochie before I close down my food and wood. I will close down my coochie before I close down my food. Okay? I'll give up all those other things, just not my food. Just not my food. And I don't even eat bad every day. But when I'm ready to eat bad, like I just did in New Orleans, I need to be able to eat bad. You see what I'm saying? And when I don't eat bad every day, actually, especially since I've been on this diet and whatnot, I've been eating super clean. But ultimately, when I'm ready to go eat bad, baby, I need to be able to sit there and eat like a fat, funky, nasty, cheesy, dirty broad. Do you hear me? I need to be able to eat like a big, fat, funky, nasty, cheesy, greasy, dirty broad. Yes, I do. You take that from me, you might as well unalive me. You might as well take me up out of here, because I'm going out with the big one. You might as well take me up out of here. You got to touch my girl, take me out of here. I don't even need to live no more. Pull a plug. Pull a plug. I ain't even on the plug. Plug me up and pull it. Pull a plug. Hell no. Plug me up to the machine and then pull it. Please get me out of here. Send me on to glory. I can't do it myself. Somebody plug me up to the machine and then unplug it. Please. I want all my family around to see it before I leave. And then I want to say bye to everybody. Plug me up and then pull it. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I can't live. I'm not living like that. You might as well put me in prison. Hell, prison probably got better. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Shout out to Grape Tito. Keep them in your prayers. Keep them in your prayers, y'all. Keep them in your prayers. That's right. But speaking of cosplaying, you guys, look. So let's go get Jocelyn Hernandez, the Puerto Rican princess. Now, Jocelyn, like I told y'all yesterday, has been going viral because she is now the girl who said, I told you so. Amber Rose not black. She's afraid. She's ashamed of being black. And I already showed y'all on her paperwork, she checks white, because we talked about this yesterday. The black people, the Hispanic people fought for the right to be white. I'm gonna play just a small piece of that clip again for the people who wasn't here yesterday.
The whole thing was started by when in the 70s, when the Puerto Ricans came to New York, they believed that they were going to be a part of the great white America.
Oh my God, the same way with the Mexicans. When Puerto Ricans came to New York City in the 70s in larger numbers, Latinos was marking white on the census. They wanted to be accepted amongst white society. But the difference with Puerto Ricans is you had some of them who were black. What did I tell y'all about the Mexicans on the West Coast when they fought for the right to be white? They fought to be legally white. They did it. All Latinos fought to be legally white. They did.
That's important. That's important. All Latinos fought to be legally white. So when you go here and you see Jocelyn's arrest record, and her arrest record says under race white, you understand that even though Jocelyn doesn't look like a white woman, because remember, this is a status thing. This don't have nothing to do with race. This don't have nothing to do with color. I'm sorry. This is a status thing. So Jocelyn's family or parents or whoever, because she said she came over here at 10. Jocelyn's parents fought for the right for her to be labeled as white. That don't mean in a setting amongst Negroes. That just means she's gonna not be labeled as black. She'll get more privileges, not many, but more privileges than the so-called black people. But she is identifying as white on all of her documentation. But it goes further than that, right? Remember, they fought for the right to be white. Because them people told them they was gonna tell them they was gonna be white when they come here. So they had to honor that. Okay? They had to honor that. They had to, America, when they told them folk come over here, they said, hey, we not gonna make y'all like the Negroes. We gonna make y'all white. Y'all gonna have the status of white that's gonna make y'all better than, you see what I'm saying? Than the Negroes. But then they came here and put them right amongst the Negroes, and then the Mexicans and the Spanish people was like, hell no. Hell no. Right? And you got to understand too, guys, listen, y'all ever apply for something? Y'all ever apply for a credit card or apply for a loan or apply for all these things? Do you know that that status right there literally gets her things that you won't get? That's that when they run her name, Chanelica Bellingcourt, or whatever her name is, when they run her name, because Jocelyn Hernandez is not her name, it's Chanelica Bellingcourt or something like that. When they run her name and it says white, she's going to get a better opportunity to get these loans than you will. Okay? Keep that in mind. That's one of the privileges she will receive from having this W by her race. Because just how we always talk about redlining, just like we've always talked about how black people get the short end of the stick as it pertains to loans, as it pertains to business opportunities, that right there alone is gonna, if she wants to do something, that's how you think the Africans own the stores. How do you think the Africans own the stores, you guys? See, black people like to say stupid stuff like, well, if they get pulled over by the police ain't gonna know that they African, the police ain't gonna know that they Jamaican, but it don't matter. It matters on paper. Paperwork is what matters. How you think the Africans get to own the stores, the beauty stores, and the gas stations in your neighborhood, and you can't? Let me say that again, because I think that might have went over somebody's head. How do you think the Africans can own the stores in your neighborhood, but you can't? How do you think the Africans can own the stores in your neighborhood, but you can't? How do you think the Africans are able to own the stores in your neighborhoods, but you can't? It's because that W right there. That W. It don't matter what these people look like. Race is a poor man's game. I keep telling you. It don't matter what she looks like. It's about status. It's about status. It's about status. That's why the African can own the store in New Orleans, but not if a nigga went to say, all right, let me open me up a gas station. I bet you they won't be able to do it. Y'all gotta wake up. Wake up. It's y'all look. Close your eyes if that's the case. Close your eyes so you can understand what I'm saying. Don't look at Jocelyn's face because that don't matter. It's her status. They never. It's about her status. They don't care. Even if they get our ID, they don't care about that. It's about her status. Are you tracking? So we gotta be mindful when we're saying, oh, well, she put the W on her paperwork, but she looked black. It don't matter. Status, status, status. Race is a poor man's game. It's status. You know how you know it's about status? They got clear people who get certain advantages poor clear people that get certain advantages over broke clear people, but those same, broke black people, but those same poor clear people, when they get amongst themselves, each other, guess what it turns into? Status. When the so-called trailer park trash or the country bumpkin clear people get amongst other white people, other clear people, it goes from race to status. That's America's about status, y'all. Come on now. Yes, racism plays a part, but it's really the basis of it is status. Thank you for the super chat, 7. Jocelyn Hernandez uses the N-word a lot. So why does she get escaped by? She don't from me. She don't from me, but it's them other people give these people these passes. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat, son. Those in the bushes, stop stealing Boo's content. Like the video. Exactly. Yep. Thank you for the super chat. Right, look. Belinda said we got 1,500 banks and can't get a loan, but I bet you Jocelyn Hernandez could. Good morning, Gloria from Facebook. I bet you Jocelyn Hernandez could, just by her status. Remember, the scales tip when it comes to them. It's not, they don't get the same treatment and judgment as you do. I know it's hard to believe because y'all live amongst these people and they cosplaying as if they suffer in the same way. They suffer, but not like you. Let me say that part again. They suffer, but not like you. So just because they playing like they suffering just like you, don't mean that's actually what's happening. Now, why is this important? Look at Jocelyn Hernandez in the old interview saying she's not black, she's Puerto Rican. Y'all be letting these people double dutch in and out the culture, not me. Let me go get this video. Where is it? Hold on. Oh, didn't I have it on here? Y'all be letting these people double dutch in and out the culture. Let me go get it. Hold on. Yeah, let's talk about it. A lot of black people let these people double dutch in and out of the culture because you know why? Black people understand. Black people think that all black people with melanin in their skin are the same. So that's why we allow these people to double dutch in and out of the culture. But the facts of the matter are we are not them. They are not us. Peep Jocelyn.
And Hispanic people. Exactly. Porque no piensan que yo hablo español, pero yo soy puertorriqueña de Carolina, papi. Del caserío. Del caserío. So she's not. I'm Spanish. Yeah. I'm just hood. What's wrong with that? I'm still a lady, but I can get gutter.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm 100% Puerto Rican. It's no one. Respect to Ivy Queen. I love Ivy Queen. Yes. She's been in the game for years. Oh my God. Yes. I was like 10 years old. Because my sister, she's, 35? And sorry, sister. But I remember growing up con Bicosí. Yeah. You know Bicosí? Who don't know these people? I know. I grew up listening to these people. Yes. I was in Puerto Rico till I was 10 years old. Dope. So it's like Puerto Ricans, Colombians, Venezuelans, Mexicans, whatever. We don't have a voice. I'm that voice though, and I got them.
Very good.
All right. So she's basically saying she's Puerto Rican. She's here to represent for the Puerto Rican, the Dominican, the Mexican, all of the cans. Okay. Now, when it's convenient to her because she shares melanin with black people, and black people in America think all skin folk are kinfolk, we allow her to cosplay as black. When the fact of the matter is, she playing 3 sides, not 2. She playing white on paper. She playing Puerto Rican to them Hispanics, and she playing nigga to us. She playing 3 sides. She playing white on paper, Puerto Rican to the Mexicans and to them Hispanics, and she playing nigga to us. And this is our savior? This is our savior? I wish I could be white on paper, nigga in the hood, in just American in real life. I'm just saying, we gotta call this out. Hey, I'm not uplifting this girl. She ain't me. She ain't one of us. You ain't one of us. And I don't care if you dark skin. Biggie too from Baddies. Biggie, big Dominican, big Dominican. She ain't one of us. Don't get me started on this, A. Miller. She said Jocelyn just started this I'm black thing after that Wendy Williams interview. I saw it. She said, I've been watching her since the first season of Love and Hip Hop. She never said she was black before. She knows where her bread is. I'm glad you brought this up, A. Miller. I remember that interview that she did with Wendy Williams, and she tried to play, oh, you doing this to another black woman card. Oh, yes, I remember, because Wendy Williams was basically like telling her that she ain't gonna be shit. Wendy Williams was telling her she ain't gonna be shit and she ain't gonna make it. And she was like, I can't believe you do that to another black woman. As a black woman, you do that to a black woman. That's when she started on this black woman shit. Before that, she ain't never hollered about no black woman. And this the thing, Miss Deborah, I don't think Jocelyn is confused. Jocelyn is playing. Jocelyn is taking advantage. She taking advantage of her privilege. Jocelyn Hernandez is white on paper, Puerto Rican to the Hispanics, and black to the niggas. And blacks allow it. We allow it. She ain't no hero of mine. And I don't give a damn about Amber Rose. She a half-breed crazy girl with a damn tattoo on her forehead. That tells me all I need to know. I don't give a damn about Amber Rose. Never cared about her. I never understood the big hoopla about her because she was dating down on Kanye. I knew after Kanye left that Niji woman, that black woman, and he went to Amber Rose, I said, he gone. I knew when Kanye left that black woman he come into the game with, the one who was a Delta, the one who went to college. I knew when Kanye came in the game with that black girl and went with Amber Rose, I said right then and there, that nigga gone. Because I understood that Amber Rose ain't even a nigga. I'm just saying, both of them are foreigners. Don't let Jocelyn pull this wool over your eyes like Jocelyn some sort of savior. Both of them are foreigners. Both of them are foreigners. Both of them are foreigners. And we allow Amber Rose to double dutch in the culture because she biracial and let her play. I don't even know if she really played nigga for real, but she came into the culture. We allowed it. And then we turned around and did the same thing with Jocelyn. Jocelyn ain't in no moral high ground to judge no goddamn Amber Rose. Both of them hoes is foreigners. And don't get me started on basketball wise. Them, shout out to California. But they got some people over in Cali, just like they got some people over in New York. Unfortunately, subconsciously, they feel they subservient to them Ricans. That's why they allow them to do whatever it is they want to do, and the Mexicans too. Subconsciously, not in the foreconscious, in the subconscious. That's the part of the brain you can't control. Not all of the people in California, but there's a group of people in California that are followers, and they don't even know why they following on these Ricans and these Mexicans, but they following because they feel like they're subservient. So if Evelyn Lozada, and I haven't watched this latest episode, Evelyn Lozada she's got them going against Jackie because they want to be down with Evelyn. Evelyn is the standard. Evelyn is the girl. Not because she's been on Basketball Wives for the longest. That don't mean nothing. Because Basketball Wives LA has Jackie Christie's face on it. Basketball Wives LA has Jackie Christie's face on it. I did a video on that, Queen Me. Go check it on the page. So it's not about Evelyn being the Basketball Wives face, because Basketball Wives LA belong to Jackie. The reason they following behind Evelyn is because subconsciously they are subservient to Evelyn, because Evelyn is the Puerto Rican and she pretty and she fine and she got the long hair. Yeah. They're a bunch of freaking followers is what they are. But I just wanted to show y'all this about this Jocelyn Hernandez. She ain't in no moral high ground to say a damn thing about nothing. She need to go find herself something to do. And black people need to stop embracing these people playing in your face. That's why it's important for you to know your identity. And it's also important for you to know their identity so you can see when they playing in your face. Now, I want to get to this last subject, then I'm getting off of here. California versus the churn. Do me a favor when we talk about this, because this how I be getting age restricted. Don't write nothing. Don't write KIDS in the chat. Don't write Put churn, CHURN. If you're gonna make a comment, listen to me and listen to me good. If you're gonna make a comment in reference to small people that we have and we give birth to, write churn in the comments. That's how I be getting age restricted too. Write churn, CHURN. That's how we will refer to these group of people. Churn, thank you, 7. This is what I need y'all to write when y'all, if y'all gonna write about anything, please, if I see you in here and you minds, get ready. If somebody in here put KIDS in here, please time them out. Churn, that's how we gonna refer to these people. Because YouTube is extremely sensitive as it pertains to this type of subject when it comes to churn. Yet, that's a whole nother story. Churn, that's what we talking about. Churn. CHURN, churn. Now I'm gonna keep this up here in case somebody forget. Mods, get your thing ready, because if they put it in there, delete it and time them out. Okay. Now, Governor Gavin Newsom in California, right? He has basically signed in AB 1955. I'm gonna read it. Let me see if I can read it. Hold on. Governor, I can't see it behind these numbers. California School District sues Governor Newsom over new transgender law. The Chino Valley Unified School District and a member of parents argued the law violates the rights of parents protected under the U.S. Constitution. Okay. Okay. Now, basically what happened was, wait, I'm gonna finish reading it. California Governor Gavin Newsom signed a first in the nation law Monday that bans school districts from requiring staff members to disclose a student's gender identity or sexual orientation to any other person. Hold on, I gotta move the banner. To any other person without the child's permission. So let me say, I ain't gonna repeat it, but look. So now the child has to give you permission, which they've already been easing on to this. The churn have to give you permission for birth control rights, for all of these things. The churn are in charge now. Now what's happening, see, this is the next step before they start medicating your kids, your churn. This is the next step before they start medicating your churn. Because now he's already signed into law that if your churn want to come in and self-identify as something other, they don't have to tell you nothing. They don't have to tell you nothing. And the churn, you got to get permission from the churn to even ask about it. Nope, they can't tell the churn parents. Nope. And it is signed like past tense into the school district. I told y'all this was coming. And see, California is only the first place. It's coming all over. Louisiana is coming to y'all. It's coming to us. It's coming to us. It's about to spread all over. Now, all states won't get it. Them heavy, I ain't even going to say heavy red states, because I would have thought Louisiana was one of those people. But ultimately, Louisiana allows them to teach that crap in there too. Yep. So look, the parents came together. They, according to this article, I don't want to bring up the whole article, but according to this article, the parents came together and they said it was a small group, but they say the parents protested and went got lawyers and stuff and was like, you can't do this. I'm in charge of the churn. These are my churn. How you gonna, you know what I'm saying, talk to my child about anything? And I'm talking about from 7th grade to high school. 7th grade to high school. Right, that's what I'm saying. RCT says they was already doing that with my daughter medical records when she was 15 and now she's 21. Yes, they started it off. Listen, they eased their way onto this. They don't just jump out the window. This how they do. They start with the medical stuff first. Stuff that you're going to kind of be feeling a way about, but you ain't going to really kick up too much dust on. Then they gradually move forward. And this isn't the last stop. The last stop, the next stop after this will be heavy medication. I told y'all the man in London went to prison because he took his child's medication away from them. That part. They more scared of Project 2024 than what's happening right now. And mind you, it was the Democrats in California who voted for this. Let me say that again. It was the Democrats who voted unanimously. Well, don't quote me on unanimously, but a large portion of them are the ones who voted on this. It wasn't the Republicans. The Republicans are the ones that voted against it, but they were outvoted by the Dems. So, your churn could go to school and say, hey, blah, 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 da, 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 da. I ain't this, I'm that. You know what I'm saying? Type T's. And they don't have to tell their parents a doggone thing. Matter of fact, if you want to know, you got to get permission from the churn. That part, son, slowly we turn, step by step, inch by inch. The next one going to be the medication. Remember, they already did it in London. Yep, she said they voted 60 to 15. The Republican man got into it bad. Yeah, with the yay! Because the Republicans saying, hell no. It is in the best interest of any churn that they're there you go, Liz. Don't put that in there. Don't put the word in there. I'm gonna delete it. But look, don't put churn. We saying churn. Look, the Republicans were like, hey, the Republicans were like, no, it is in the best interest of churn to have their parents know about anything going on with their churn. What you mean? That was what the Republicans and the parents were saying. But the Democrats were saying, you need to talk to your churn. You need to ask your churn. You need to ask your churn. Ask your churn. Your churn is the one who need to let us know if they were, and mind you, they the ones put it in your churn brain when your churn when they first go into school. That's one of the first things they ask your churn. Hey, what do you think? I'm gonna give you all these choices. Here, you could be this, you could be that, you could be this, you could be that, you could be this, you could be that, you could be this. Choose which one. Now, if your churn is in kindergarten, and somebody give them a choice of what to be, how many, if there's 30 churn in the class, how many of them churn gonna pick something other than what they are? And then by the time they get to middle school, now they've enacted, they can literally start telling these people that they want to switch over, and you as a parent don't have no right to say so, and you have to get permission from your churn. Now the next step is, like in London, they about to medicate your churn, and if you try to take the medication from your churn, you going to jail, prison. I've been telling y'all this for months. I did a whole video on this page. Go look it up. I did a whole entire video on this entire subject on this page. Go look it up. Them videos didn't get no traction though, because people didn't care about it. I hope they care about it now. I hope they care about it now. But everybody running around here talking about Project 2025. Ooh, Project 2025. Ooh. No, this ain't in Project 25 because 25 ain't enacted yet. That's today. Project 2025 is only supposed to happen if allegedly when Trump gets into office. So this ain't in Project 2025 because Project 2025 haven't been activated. Project 2025 actually says they want to get rid of this. People ain't ready for that conversation though. 25 say they want to get rid of this. They say we abolishing this, getting it up out of here. Girl, they've been doing it. Now your churn could go and get birth control, and there's nothing you could do. Yes. Yeah, 25 say they don't want nothing to do with this. 25 say they getting this up out of here. But this what I'm trying to tell y'all. I keep telling y'all, y'all worry about 25. Y'all need to worry about what's happening today. Them people that scare tactic, I think it's a scare tactic, but you know, that scare tactic 25 thing, it's worse things happening right now. And they got y'all scared of Trump saying black jobs. It's happening right now. 25 don't exist right now. It's just a draft. So right now, this is happening to our churn. I'm just saying. They got y'all focused on 25 so they can do this to your churn. And don't be fooled. Like I told y'all, California is just where it starts. Oh, but wait. It's about to spread like chickenpox. Do you hear me? It's about to spread like chickenpox. I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all ready. Y'all know this about to spread like chickenpox. Y'all ever had chickenpox? It start off with one itch, with one little thing, and then next thing you know, you wake up the next morning and you covered in them. That's how this about to spread. Watch. And they're gonna try to do it. They're gonna try to do it before the election, just in case. And this is my guess. I might be wrong, but they're gonna try to get all of this stuff signed in before what's his name? If he wins, before Trump get in here. And let me tell you something else too. Do you know those medications sterilize your churn? It make your boys grow boobs and sterilizes your girls. Oh yeah, y'all ain't ready for that conversation. The males grow boobs and other things. It sterilizes both of them, and then it messes with it literally alters your churn life. You got to give it back then. Your churn had to get permission from you. We are in a day and age, right in 2024, under y'all dear Joe Biden. We are in an age where you got to get permission from your churn. But vote blue no matter who. But vote blue no matter who. There's some person that be literally in my inbox every day sending me Biden stuff, like, and I don't understand it. And then a person always says vote blue no matter who. That is the most ignorant thing I've ever heard in my life. The blue trying to take your churn. You wondering why these boys are so emotional. It's that Ritalin they put them on when they was coming up. You wonder why these men are so emotional. It's that Ritalin. It's all them mental health medications they giving them, all them vaccines. But vote blue no matter who though. Hey, this the blue people doing this to your churn. Y'all better wake up. This is happening now. While Trump was getting popped in the ear, they were signing this paperwork. You feel what I'm saying? They always do the major look trick. I keep telling y'all they do the major look trick. While Trump was getting popped in the ear, they signed the paperwork. While y'all was over there looking at Trump getting popped in the ear, they were signing the paperwork. I'm just saying. She knows says blue wants your churn, red wants them to compete or unalive, overstand that. All of them want that. She knows all of them want that. All of them want that. Y'all be hard pressed to believe that the blues is better than the reds or the reds is better than the blues. Them people don't care about none of us. None of them people, it goes back to status. None of them people care about the common folk. They look at us like we're imbeciles, like we're children. Them people are none of them. You'll be hard pressed to believe that the red is better than the blue or the blue is better than the red. No, baby. None of them people care about us. None of them. None of them people care about us. That's why I don't entertain that politics bullcrap. I don't even entertain the so-called melanated ones in there. Them people don't care about none of us. Not nan, not me, not you, not nobody on YouTube, not nobody in Georgia, not nobody in Louisiana, not nobody in California. That's a status thing. We don't fall in the status. How'd you churn? It's coming to a state near you. The unfortunate part of this, let me tell you this. The unfortunate part of this is even us in these red states who think we safe, we not that safe. Because they already doing the whole, what do you identify as in Georgia right now? And Georgia is a huge red state. Not only Georgia, they doing it in Louisiana. They teaching them about stuff in because I just talked to my partner in New Orleans and they went down to the school and pitched a whole fit because they were talking that stuff right there in New Orleans. I told y'all Joe Biden signed in something a couple years ago, basically saying that he's going to send gender affirming psychologists to all where urban schools. I don't care what state you in. He's sending he signed this millions of dollar thing to send gender affirming psychologists to where mostly urban schools. This ain't just jumped off the porch. This been in play. That they started right there. They started when they put the rainbow inside the schoolhouse. And everybody thought, oh, well, no, that's homophobic. You guys are having a problem with them because they have gay kids. And I know they do. I'm not stupid. I know that. But I saw something way deeper when that was going on. But because I'm saying, why are they so hard pressed to focus on these churn? So then, boom. Once they started putting it in there with the churn, remember they let the drag queens come in there and dance for the churn? Then they put it in the books. Then they started having the days at the schoolhouse. Come on now, think back. Let me show you the gradual progression of this thing. Obama got his ass up in there. Trayvon, was it Trayvon? Yeah, Trayvon got popped, and then he signed all of this stuff on in. When we was over there marching and kneeling because Trayvon got shot, he was putting all of this stuff on in there. Then he repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell in the military. Then he repealed the same-sex marriages and all of that. And that's fine because all that affects adults. I didn't have a problem with none of that. I didn't have a problem with none of that. I was like, fine. I don't think that Don't Ask, Don't Tell should be a thing in the military. Take it out. Fine. I think people, same-sex couples should be able to get married. Fine. I don't think nothing wrong with any of that. But the slow progression is where it gets crazy. So Obama, to look like the good guy, he didn't start it with the churn like that. He signed the paperwork, but he didn't enact it. See, he signed the paperwork. He didn't enact it with the churn. So then here come Trump trying to undo all of that crap. Obama even had it to where in the military, if you want to be if you want to transition in the military, that the military had to pay for you to transition hundreds of thousands of dollars. And it was Donald Trump who came in there and said, hell no. If you ain't transitioned before you got there, you ain't it's not going to be on our dime. I 100% agree with that. Because what about the people in the military who need this, that, and the third that can't get it? You mean you're going to put a budget down for somebody to say, hell no? I was on Trump's side with I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. So boom. Trump come in trying to undo all of that. All of that. We hated Trump. Remember, we thought we was going back to slavery. Ooh. Then here come the Rona on the end of Trump's thing. And then here comes Joe, who's signing it right back on in. Right back on in. So now, yeah, they do now because Joe signed it right back on in. Now, boom, look, let me make you laugh. So now they start creeping up on the churn. Let me show you how they creep up on the churn. First, they started saying, oh, as a country, we're going to recognize pride. I'm here for it. Yeah, let's recognize pride. I like pride. You know, so I ain't been in years, but shout out to pride. And they was like, we like, all right, bet, or whatever. Then they started talking about trans. Oh, trans women are women, da-da-da. Remember, we had that whole era crap, da-da-da-da. All right, cool. Then they turned from that. They went from that to pride kids or something like that. Kid pride or something like that. Then they started putting the rainbows at the schoolhouse. Now, children are automatically attracted to color. So a rainbow is pretty for children. They are automatically attracted to it. Y'all ain't ready for that part, though. So then after that, after they put the rainbow in there, they crept it in the books. Shout out to Florida governor. They tried to creep it in the Black History book. He banned the book and Negroes went crazy. Oh, you trying to take out Black History Month? No, duck, goose. That was trying to slide that stuff in. He said it out his own mouth. Black history ain't got nothing to do with LGBTQIA+. He said it. But Black people don't hear that part. All they did was run with the narrative from some bot on the internet saying, Florida's governor is a racist. He's trying to ban Black history. Nobody did no research. Nobody looked into it. Everybody just, oh my God, he's a racist. Get him out of here. This was the part for the Negroes. When D. Wade brought his daughter out there, his son daughter. That was to make it comfortable amongst the masses. He's a puppet. It wouldn't surprise me if he made that boy do that. Or at least coerced him to do it. Now look, they creep it up in the schools, put the flag up, creep it on in the books, creep it on up in the books, right? Mind you, there are millions of dollars spent on gender-affirming psychologists for your churn. Now, while they're creeping it slowly in America, over in London and Canada, oh, they was already full throttle. They was already full throttle. We just didn't know it yet because we so busy going through unalivings, Ronas, and all this stuff. We preoccupied. We ain't even looking over there. We over here. And then boom. So look. They got the drag queens to come down to the schoolhouse. Parents acted a fool about that. We talked about that before. The Arab parents went out there and damn near was fighting them folk. It was a whole big old thing. Now, they also pushed it into the college. That's why college kids are kind of stupid. I'm not going to lie. College kids are the dumbest kids right now. But now they're here and there. They pushed it through the colleges too. Now, look. So they put it in the books, let the people come there and dance for them churn. And then after they started doing that, then they turned around and started on the low saying, hey, if you have a daughter and your daughter wants to get birth control at the age of, I want to say what it is, 14, I can't remember the age. Somebody drop it in the chat. They don't have to tell you nothing. My best friend called me pissed. She said, girl, tell me why I found out this girl got birth control pills. I said, how? She said, girl, she got them from the schoolhouse. How she get birth control pills from the schoolhouse? Don't she got to go to the doctor? Nope. The school nurse gave them to her. Ooh, y'all ain't ready for that. Y'all ain't ready for that. The school nurse gave them to her. Yeah. Not the doctor. The school nurse gave them to her. Right? Now, boom. They crept that on us. A lot of us still don't know that you could do that now in America. But now, your child don't have to tell you nothing about being on birth control or going to get her health taken care of. You got to ask permission for that. Now, that was the one that went above our heads. We wasn't worried about that because remember, they keep us distracted. Right? Boom. So now, here come Governor Newsom trying to match it up with what's been going on in London, Canada, and all these surrounding areas. He signed in the law. Not a mandate. See, that wax that they made everybody take, that was a mandate. Y'all do know the difference between a law and a mandate, right? Y'all do know the difference between a law and a mandate. I'm going to let y'all look that up on Google. But he signed it into law, fat. Law. Yeah, Aries, a doctor is supposed to subscribe it. I don't know how they're doing it, but the nurse giving it to him. Now that's facts. They're not taking them churn out to school and bringing them to no doctor. The nurse is giving it to him. So look, left. Let me bust your head open right quick before I get off here. So now that they got where they can give your churn birth control, right? Now that they got where they can give your churn birth control without your permission, now here comes the law. Here comes the law. AB 1955. Go look it up. Alpha Beta 1955. AB 1955. AB 1955. Go look it up. I just looked it up and read the whole thing myself. Now they already have it where they can prescribe medication to your churn, right? Because they've already did that through the birth control. But see, they're not gonna jump off the porch yet and say they're gonna give them medication. No. They're not gonna jump off that porch yet. That's crazy. Then that would hit y'all too hard. They just gonna pass the law saying that your child can identify. Nope. Parents ain't contacted. Nope. You gotta get permission, Big Lee, from your churn. You gotta get permission from your churn. Yeah. Right? So now they can identify. Your churn can identify. They haven't started saying they're going to give them the medication yet. Right now, they just say, hey, you can identify. The next step will be the medication because it's already set up like that. And it's a law. Let me say that again. Not a mandate. Know the difference between a mandate and a law. A law is a law. You will follow the law. There's no wiggle room. There's no nowhere. You know how if you run a red light and the police behind you, it's called breaking the law. You absolutely getting a ticket like that. You know what I'm saying? So now in this law, Governor Newsom signed that, hey girl, y'all can identify, but watch what the next one be. Watch what the next one be. That y'all churn, because mine 21, she be 22 this year. Y'all churn, and I pray this don't be nobody in this chat, but America's churn, typically the black people, remember, this is another form of genocide. This is another form of what do you call it? Extermination. You know they don't like us anyway. Once they enact the medication portion of it, and it's a law, just like the man in London who went to prison because he took his child's medication from him, because he didn't know that his churn was taking said medication, right? The man in London found out in his churn book bag, his churn was taking medication. The churn went back to the schoolhouse and told the schoolhouse, my daddy took my medication. And the schoolhouse went back to the daddy and said, you will give him the medication. The daddy said, no, I will not, because I didn't consent for him to take this. That's my churn. You're not gonna make him take this. And you know what the schoolhouse did? Called the police. And guess what the daddy did? Went to prison. Not only did he go to prison, they took his churn away from him. Are you tracking? Are we here? Are we up? Are we up? Are we up? Are we up? The man went to jail. This is a real story. I swear to God on my God can take me now if I'm lying. He went to jail and they took his churn. Remember, this is a law. This ain't no mandate. You didn't have to take the wax. It was a mandate. If you didn't take it, hey, then you won't be able to do this. But a law, you will follow. Heavy on the law part. I need y'all to understand this. Now, if it's already signed into law and they creep the medication law in there, guess what's going to happen to you if you go through your churn book bag, or you go in their room and you see that pill bottle, or you notice your child acting funny and you go sifting through their room and you realize them churn is taking medication, and then them churn is acting funny. Your boy's growing boobs, your girl's periods are irregular and she just got it. Guess what's going to happen to you when you take their medication? The same thing happened to the man in London. You get it? This ain't no mandate. This is a law. And this ain't the end. The end goal is PDF file. Pedialytes. PDF file. That's the end goal. We already listen, I'm about to paint the picture. We already are sexualizing our churn. Don't we let them listen to Sexy Red? Get it sexy. Get it sexy. Girl, you know this nigga super bad. I like it though. Don't we have our churn at the parties dancing to that? Don't our high school seniors going to prom? Don't they look like they 35? Don't they be half scantily dressed with nothing on? We already sexualizing the churn. It's a mind thing. It's a mental thing, right? So look, you're going to lose the value of protection over your churn because as the time progresses, you're gonna be being entertained, and your 3-year-old gonna be saying, "Get it sexy, get it sexy." Remember, this is affecting the urban neighborhoods. Get it sexy. This your 3-year-old. Get it sexy. Pound Town. I'm thugging with my round. This your 3-year-old. You think it's cute. Now, oh, look at her. She knows the song. Oh, look at her. She cute. You think it's cute when your high school senior going to prom and they ain't got nothing on but something to cover the 2 areolas and a little part in the middle. It's cute now. But look, how the mind works is once that level of protection releases from you in your churn, because see, back in the day, at one point, you would protect your churn. Like somebody seen like your mama seen you walking out the house with the high shorts. Where the hell you going? You better go put something on. See, not no more. No, not no more. The parents, and they go buy the shorts for the churn. So look, soon as, and I'm about to get off of here, as soon as the veil has been lifted, the veil of protection has mentally, emotionally, and spiritually been lifted from your churn PDF file. P as in Papa, D as in Delta, F as in Fuego, I don't freaking know, fire, and file, right? Pedialyte. When it happens, you won't even realize it because it's going to start to be okay again for this 35-year-old to be come and pick up your 9-year-old, 12-year-old, 16-year-old. And remember, there's a law. Certain things you got to ask your child for permission for. So when you find your 12-year-old, your 13-year-old, your 14-year-old with that 40, 50-year-old, you're going to be saying, you can't go. And the ball's in the child's court. Try to stop him if you want. But Project 2025 is the thing. Yeah. It's about Project 2025. That's the most horrible thing that's going to happen to us. Vote blue no matter who. Girl, the most horrible thing that's going to happen to us is happening to us right now. Let me say that again. The most horrible thing that's going to happen to us is happening to us right now. Hide your churn. Hide your churn. And hide your churn. Okay? Now, I want to bring this to you guys because this is something we need to talk about. I need to make y'all aware. We could joke, we could laugh, we could act a fool, we could da-da-da-da. I'm here for it. But when it's time for stuff that we need to really be talking about, oh, I'm going to come over here and talk about it. I'm going to come over here and talk about it. So I just need you guys to do your own research. It's called, what is it called? The act. Look up Governor Newsom. Just look him up. You'll see Governor Newsom new law. It just was signed, 2 days ago? 2 days ago. Right when, what's his name got popped on the ear. Yeah. See, when Trump got popped in the ear, that's when they were signing the paperwork. Yeah. See, we so busy over here saying it's a conspiracy, which I believe it is. But we so busy looking that way, they on this side doing this. Guard your grill and guard your churn, okay? Nevertheless, I'm getting off of here, you guys. I appreciate y'all. Please go do the research on everything I just told you. If you just came on, please go rewind the live. It's gonna be lit. We talked about a lot of stuff. Also, everybody on here, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Also, like the video if you haven't already. I appreciate each and every one. Oh, let me say this before I get off of here. To the LGBTQIA+ community, this is in no way to say anything about the adults in that community, because I don't have a problem with them people in that community. I really don't. I swear I don't. I think that those people in that community have a right to whatever it is they want to do. Even the TSs, they all have a right to be and do whatever it is they want to do. When I speak against this, it's not against the adults. It's against what's happening with the churn. I understand some people are born that way. I get that. But I don't believe, in my opinion, my belief personally, I don't believe that churn should be the deciding factor of things that can ultimately affect them for the rest of their lives. The rest of their lives. Now, what you do as an adult, girl, have at it. I don't care what you do. When it comes to the churn, as a mother, I got to say something. So I don't want this message to be misconstrued as anything against any adult in that community. I think every adult in that community should have autonomy to do whatever it is they want to do. I don't care if they want to jump off the bridge. Go do it, fat. All I'm saying is, when the churn, I got to say something. I got to say something. So replay game, if you come in my comments saying, oh, you're homophobic, you're more. That's all I got to say. I appreciate y'all for being here. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'm about to Joce y'all up out of here. I'll see y'all later, man. Let me get on this track. Bye.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your wow, 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 lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.